Digestive system organ. Esophagus. Liver. Stomach. Spleen. Gallbladder. Pancreas. Duodenum. Jejunum. Ileum. Appendix. Cecum. Ascending colon. Hepatic flexure. Transverse colon. Splenic flexora of transverse colon. Descending colon. Sigmoid colon. Sigmoid flexure. Rectum. Anus. Esophagus. Intrahepatic duct. Liver. Stomach. Hepatic ducts. Common hepatic duct. Common duct. Gallbladder. Cystic duct. Gallstones. Pancreatic duct. Intestine duodenum. Pancreas. Respiratory. Nasal cavity plus. Paranasal sinuses. Nostril. Larynx. Trachea. Carina of trachea. Right main primary bronchus. Right lung. Parietal. Pleura and visceral pleura ouvers lung surfaces themselves. Oral cavity. Pharynx. Left main primary bronchus. Bronchi. Alveoli. Left lung. Diaphragm. Upper respiratory tract. Nasal cavity. Pharynx. Larynx. Lower respiratory tract. Trachea. Primary bronchi. Lungs. Endocrine system. Kidney. Stomach. Adrenal gland. Brain. Liver. Skin. Hypothalamus. Thymus. Uterus. Pituitary gland. Pineal gland. Pancreas. Ovary. Thyroid. Testicle. Parathyroid. Lymphatic system. Tonsils and adenoids. Lymph nodes. Lymphatic vessels. Thymus. Lymph nodes. Spleen. Peyer's patches. Appendix. Lymph nodes. Bone marrow. Lymphatic vessels. 1. Stem cells. In red bone marrow give rise to indifferentiated lymphocytes. 2. Some indifferentiated lymphocytes are processed in the thymus gland to become T cells. 3. Some indifferentiated lymphocytes are processed, probably within the bone marrow, to become B cells. 4. Both T cells and B cells are transported through the blood to lymphatic organs, such as the lymph nodes, lymphatic duct. Immune system. Hemocytoblast. Lymphoblast. Monoblast. Megakaryoblast. Proerythroblast. Myeloblast. Polychromatic. Erythroblast. Progranulocyte. Megakaryocyte. Lymphocyte monoct. Basophil. Eosinophil. Neutrophil. Erythrocytes. Thrombocytes. Granulocytes. Agranulocytes. Leukocytes. Cardiovascular system. The heart. Superior vena cava. Inferior vena cava. Right atrium. Tricuspid valve. Right ventricle. Pulmonary valve. Pulmonary artery. Blood back from the lungs to the heart. Pulmonary vein. Left atrium. Mitral valve. Left ventricle. Aortic valve. Aorta. The vascular system. The vascular system consists of 1. Arteries that carry blood away from the heart. Arterioles are small arteries that lead into the capillaries. 2. Capillaries, the smallest vessels through which exchanges take place between the blood and the tissues. 3. Veins that carry blood back to the heart. The small veins that receive blood from the capillaries and drain into the veins are venules. Blood circulation system. Internal jugular vein. Common carotid artery. Subclavian vein. Subclavian artery. Superior vena cava. Axillary artery. Pulmonary vein. Brachial artery. Inferior vena cava. Hepatic vein. Portal vein. Radial artery. Ulnar artery. superior mesenteric artery, common iliac artery, internal iliac artery, external iliac artery, femoral artery, great saphenous vein, start again from bottom, pulmonary artery, axillary vein, common hepatic artery, cephalic vein, basilic vein, splenic artery, splenic vein, cubital vein, radial vein, renal artery, renal vein, abdominal aorta, median vein of forearm, femoral vein. Muscular system. Types of muscle. Skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle, smooth muscle. Structure of muscles. Muscle fiber, cell, blood vessel, perimysium, epimysium, fascicle wrapped by perimysium, endomysium between fibers, tendon, bone. Nervous system. Brain, cerebral cortex, corpus callosum, hypothalamus, thalamus, midbrain, cerebellum, reticular activating system, spinal cord, medulla oblongata, pons, pituitary, brain stem, meninges, caudate nucleus, the spinal cord, cervical, 8 cervical nerve pairs, thoracic, 12 thoracic nerve pairs, lumbar, 5 lumbar nerve pairs, sacrum, 5 sacral nerve pairs, 1 coccygeal nerve, epineurium, fascicle group, perineurium, endoneurium, basal lamina, fascicle, myelin sheath, Schwann cell, axon, apical dendrites, cell body, basal dendrites, axon, synaptic terminals, the pyramidal cell, a common neuron, spinal nerves, sensory axon and cell body, dorsal root ganglion, dorsal root, dorsal ramus, nerves, spinal nerve, ventral ramus, ventral root, axon of motor neuron, neuromuscular junction, sensory receptors in skin, e.g., free nerve endings of sensory neuron. The skeleton. Skull. Ossicles, inner ear. Hyoid bone. Rib cage. Vertebral. Column. Appendicular skeleton. Clavicle. Scapula. Humerus. Radius. Ulna. Carpals. Phalanges. Metacarpals. Femur. Patella. Fibula. Tibia. Tarsals. Metatarsals. Phalanges. Structure of the bone. Articular cartilage, spongy. Hyaline cartilage bone. New center of bone growth. New bone. Forming. Epiphyseal plate cartilage. Growth in bone width. Medullary. Cavity bone starting to replace cartilage. Blood vessels. New. Bone. Forming. Bone hyaline cartilage model. Epiphyseal plate cartilage. In an embryo. In a fetus. In a child. Structure of the synovial joint. Fibrous cover. Bone. Joint capsule, bursa containing synovial fluid. Smooth cartilage synovial. Membrane. Ligament. Bone. Periosteum. Another structure. Periosteum. Articular cartilage. Cancellous bone. Compact bone. Marrow cavity. Epiphyseal plate. Epiphysis head. Diaphysis shaft. Epiphysis. Reproductive system. Ureter. Bladder. Seminal vessus. Vas deferens. Prostate gland. Urethra. Erectile tissue. Testis. Female. Uterus. Endometrium. Ovary. Cervix. Fimbriae. Fallopian tubes, oviduct. Vagina. Labia majora. Clitoris. Urethra. Vagina. Labia minora. Urinary system. Aorta. Vena cava. renal artery, renal vein, kidney, ureter, bladder, urethra, kidney structure, renal pyramid, renal capsule, renal medulla, renal cortex, side, 2 of kidney, minor calyx, major calyx, renal pelvis, renal column, renal papilla, ureter, urine formation, distal convoluted tubule, DCT, efferent arteriole, glomerulus, proximal convoluted tubule, PCT, afferent arteriole, collecting duct, vasa recta, Bowman's capsule, descending limb, ascending limb, loop of Henle, urine removal, water, glucose, urea and calcium, potassium, sodium and cyanide ions, filtration, hydrogen ions, potassium, glucose, amino acids, potassium ions, calcium ions, water, 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 S0 dm, water, sodium, water.